Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Wednesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. I want to continue my series on albums to discover through Discog Shuffle, um, featuring this great album here, Silent Night by the great Canadian progressive rock band Saga. If I had to compare Saga to anyone, it would probably be Asia, although I think Saga's better. That's has to be on Polydor Records. Um, it's a great album. It's their third studio album by the band, and they've got quite the discography. So Saga itself, Canadian rock band from Oakville, Ontario, which is near Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Started in 1977. As I said, if I had to compare them to anyone, it would be Asia. A great band on its own. I've got a few Asia albums to sell. On the Loose, from their Worlds Apart album, is probably their most successful single, as well as Wind Him Up from the same album. Worlds Apart would probably put them on the map as far as a band and give them that success they needed worldwide. They've have a huge discography, gold and platinum albums all over the place, and 8 million albums worldwide. So they're no slouch for sure. Some of the other albums that I have, their first one, self-titled Saga, a great album. I love these covers as well. Again, this is on the Polydor label. That would be their 1978 release. Sorry. Saga. Sorry for the glare. I also have, of course, Worlds Apart. This is a fantastic album. It's really, really good. Worlds Apart would be their fourth studio album released in 1981. Again, On the Loose and Wind 'Em Up, two big hits for out of that one. I also have In Transit, a great live album. It was recorded in Germany, 1982, Munich in 1982, and Copenhagen in 1982 as well. Big hits off of this one, probably their best tracks as well. Careful Where You Step, Don't Be Late, off of the one that I'm going to be talking about, Silent Night. Two great tracks. They're so good. Humble Silence, Wind Him Up, How Long, No Regrets, A Briefcase, You're Not Alone, and finally the album ends with On the Loose. Great live album. Really, really good. And their sixth studio album, Behavior. This is on Maze Records. And big single off of that one was What Do You Know? 1985 release and the sixth single. So I don't have all their discography. I've just got a few of their great albums. But Silent Night, this album here, their third studio album, kind of a stepping stone to Worlds Apart. They were just getting their feet. They were just peaking musically, lyrically, and it would lead into the great album that Worlds Apart became. So Silent Night, again, released in 1980. And hits off it would be Don't Be Late, the starting track, and Careful Where You Step, which ends the album. and everything in between is so good. They're kind of a synth piano rock band, and they've got such a distinct style, just like Asia does, that you know who they are the minute you hear their songs. Kind of running synth, kind of running bass, kind of running guitar sound. And this album here, Silent Night, was certified gold in Canada. Michael Sadler, lead vocals and keyboards and bass. Ian Critchin on guitars. Jim Gilmore on keyboards and synth. Jim Critchin on bass guitars, and Steve Negus on drums. Again, as I said, they have a unique sound, Saga. It's very distinctful. Just like a lot of successful bands, they've got their own sound. The minute you hear a note, you know it's them. They, again, they're just on the edge of fame and fortune with this album. They're just getting their feet wet, and great tracks on this one as well. What's It Gonna Be, Time to Go, Help Me Out, Don't Be Late, the lead track, and again, Careful Where You Step, the final track. Great Canadian success story, and it's keyboard rock at their best. Basically, they're so good, and I'm so happy to have them in my collection. They're not a band that I listen to all the time, but once you put them on, they're so enjoyable, and it's definitely albums you need to discover, and a band you need to discover, or you should discover. I don't say need. I shouldn't say need. A band you should discover, because they're so good. And proud to be a Canadian band as well, as I try to promote as many Canadian bands as possible on my channel, as you know. So that's it. That's Saga. Check these guys out. They're so good. If you have Spotify, check out Worlds Apart, the album. Check out Silent Night, and or even their greatest hits or their live tracks. I think you'll enjoy them, and I hope you like Saga. So that's it for Saga. Let's have a look at see who's next on the Discogs Shuffle here. I'm trying to keep these short. Not that I'm trying to rush through them, but I'm trying to keep them short, and I think that's better than dragging on for 15-20 minutes on something. So Discogs Shuffle, as you can see, there's just my track listings or album listings in Discogs Shuffle here. We'll go up to the random item button down below. Click it. Ooh, there you go. Grand Funk. All the Girls in the World Beware. Love Grand Funk. Great band. Looking forward to showing you that one, and definitely an album to discover. So there you go. Have yourself a wonderful day. Cheers. Coffee kind of day. And we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.